report on Air Canada 1121 300.
Canada 1121, wind effect center, flight level 300.
We're showing 236 miles back from Saskatoon, estimating there in 43 minutes. Weather here is quite a bit nicer than it was when we left Toronto. A little colder and lots more snow on the ground. So Dave, NOTAM-wise for Saskatoon, there's just one for the comms and one for a waypoint issue, so nothing really major there. The weather off the ATIS is showing winds 280 at 18, 15 miles, 4,500 foot few clouds, 25,000 foot scattered. It's -6 Celsius, -11 for the dew point, 2992 on the altimeter, and they're advertising a localizer back course runway 27, landing and departing 27, and the runway's 100% bare and dry. We'll ask them for the GNSS overlay for 27 so we can just do the approach in FMS.
Roger.
So the arrival, we're doing the Dunham 2 as filed. That's 10-2, effective 10 April of 08 in Saskatoon. So that takes us over Dunham. And then for runway 27, it's direct at Turu, crossing that at or above 3,700 feet. And that takes us into the approach for runway 27. All altitudes issued by ATC. And we don't have a downwind termination point. We need 1.5 miles visibility for this approach, which we have. And our higher sector altitude is 3,700 feet from the direction we're coming, and that's based off of the Barnes NDB.
Roger. I'll monitor now. It's approaching minimums.
Okay. And it's a standard altimeter transition at 18,000. And any questions?
No questions.
From you? All right. In the event of a go-around, I'll call go-around flap. I'll push the go-around switches, ensure the thrust comes up, and should the flight director, the autopilot follows the flight director, or I'll rotate minimum VREF to follow the flight director commands.
Okay. Roger that, I'll ensure for our thrust savers routed toga, and select go around flap. Flap 2 or 4, select the positive rate.
I'll call, gear up and bug to VFS, and we'll follow the normal takeoff profile.
Roger that.
Saskatoon itself is actually my hometown. I grew up on the approach to runway 33. I used to watch the airplanes coming in to land when I was a kid, and probably helped me fall in love with aviation. We're not going to be landing on that runway. That's the shorter runway. We're going to be landing on runway 27. But besides being sort of the service center for most of the northern half of the province, it's also a big university. I actually went to the University of Saskatchewan some years ago, 22 years ago, I think, 21 years ago, I graduated from engineering school there. And it's a very, there's an agriculture program there, and it's a very well-known university. And it's actually, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a particle accelerator for physics research, and it's the only one in Canada and one of the few in North America, and it attracts a lot of physicists and people doing research and that sort of thing. So the economy's diversified quite a bit away from agriculture, where it started when even when I was growing up. It was we were into the potash and the uranium, but that's kind of the story about Saskatoon. I think now it's about 250,000 people, and growing very quickly, and the population's starting to outstrip the infrastructure a little bit, but it's they're trying to keep up as best they can.
Can 1121, descend level 290, initially.
That's your Can
290
1121.
Yeah, 5841 ready, descent level 290.
Air Canada 1121, one effective morning for the descent 7,000.
7,000, Can 1121.
Smart Bay Transit 1014.
Great, 7,000 set.
Roger, 7,000.
This is 1014, descent
7,000, 1014.
Fort McMurray in Bearskin?
They must be doing a charter.
Huh. Might be a bit of a long haul.
Say again. 1121 Saskatoon, descend to 5,000, altimeter 2994.
994 down to 5,000, Can 1121.
Pre-descent checklist?
Pre-descent checklist, you got it.
Courtesy
Approach
99,
briefing is complete. Landing data is set.
Courtesy
And pressurization is checked. Pre-descent checklist is complete. Image checklist.
Jazz 584, descend to 5,000.
There's 10 for 5,000.
Roger.
5,000, Jazz 584.
Lights are on, landing data.
Can 1121, descend to 4,000.
4,000, Can 1121.
4,000 set.
I missed the heading 295.
So the late 27.
Air Canada 1121, Saskatoon Terrier number 2, following beach 1900 traffic, a mile final, altimeter 2994.
994, thanks, Air Canada 1121.
Flap 1.
Speed checked.
Geared on landing checklist.
Air Canada 1121, if you can make it, 15 is available for an exit. Wind 290 at 19, gusting 25, cleared to land runway 27.
Cleared land 27, Landing checklist. Cabin is alerted, altimeter is 2994 inches.
2994 inches.
Tower, Mike Kilo Romeo, left hand
Down
down,
3
27.
My gas is checked.
Mike Kilo Romeo,
Landing
roger, start
checklist is
a right hand
complete.
360 back into the downwind.
Mike Kilo Romeo.
And Golf Pop X-ray is joining right downwind 27.
Go Pop X-ray, roger, number 2, you're
And
following an
there's
Embraer on a 4-mile final, caution turbulence behind them.
3100,
Go
approach
Papa.
3800, temperature compensated.
With the traffic.
Go Pop X-ray, roger.
We might go a little more than idle reverse there just to try to make that intersection as they requested.
Understood.
Flap 3.
Speed checked.
Flap 5.
Speed checked.
Go Pop X-ray, keep it as close as you can behind the Embraer.
Golf Pop X-ray. Jazz 584 is on the left visual behind the Embraer, runway 27.
Jazz 584, roger, turn final out or outside the beacon near number 3 for runway 27. You're following a 402 on a right base over the river. Reduce right back to final approach speed, altimeter 29904.
Okay, we're told we're following the Embraer. We'll slow her down as much as we can, Jazz 584.
Jazz 584, roger, thanks.
And Tower, if it helps, we can...
Approaching minimums.
Roger.
I don't know who that was calling, but I do have traffic on downwind in an orbit, yes.
Minimums.
Okay, I was going to say we could,
Landing.
Golf Pop X-ray, we could have extended and joined right base for 33.
Go Pop X-ray, it'll work fine. Landing the Embraer in trail, the spacing's good.
Okay, Jazz.
Switching over to the PAP piece.
200.
Saskatoon Tower, Mike Kilo Romeo is reestablishing the downwind.
Mike Kilo Romeo,
50,
roger, number 4, you're following
40,
a regional jet on left
30,
base. They'll be joining final at
20,
5 miles, caution
10.
behind them.
Mike Kilo Romeo has traffic.
Go Pop
Reverse
X-ray,
1
the
or
Embraer's
2.
going to be exiting at
Bravo.
15,
I'll
wind
take Bravo
290,
there,
21,
we lost.
gusting 26, you're cleared to land runway 27.
We're on 27, check the marks, Golf Pop X-ray.
Air Canada 1121, if you're able, left at Bravo and contact ground 121.9. If not, continue up to exit 15.
We'll do Bravo and over to ground. Clear, 1121.
Good.
Ground, good morning, Air Canada 1121. Bravo for door 3, please.
Air Canada 1121, ground taxi straight ahead Bravo to the south entrance.
It's nice, beautiful, beautiful day on the prairies. You can see the drifting snow on the runway. That's pretty normal for here, but I mean, this is about as nice a day as you're going to get in January in Saskatoon. So, yeah, nice. We got a little small vector there just because they had some traffic, and there was a Cessna 402 that was close in behind us. So they had asked us to make the intersection of runway 1533 if we could to expedite his arrival behind us, and we were actually able to make the taxiway Bravo there to turn off, and he landed just maybe a minute and a half behind us. So it all worked out. And then right behind him there was a Jazz RJ that landed. So yeah, nice arrival and a little bumpy, but it's pretty normal this time of year with those winds. So and of course it's fairly flat, so there's not a lot of mechanical turbulence. So it was nice. Looking forward to take off on the trip home. That'll be over to Dave.